Hey guys. Is it 2021 yet? Welcome to another episode of Quest for the Best. We've been in quarantine for a little while, but we're back, baby, and we're hungry. We're hungry as shit. So if you're anything like me, you've been, trying to make life a little bit better by eating an inordinate amount of chicken sandwiches at our favorite Chick-Fil-A. And if you're also like me, you've been thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't eat there as much as I do, or maybe I don't necessarily agree with some of the decisions that they've been making as a company, or maybe it's Sunday and you just want to make a chicken sandwich. So today, we're going to learn how to make a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on our own. So let's get going. Okay, hi, welcome back. Welcome to my TED Talk. I'm gonna be making 4 Chick-fil-A sandwiches for you today. So we've got 2 big ass chicken breasts. Most of this stuff is from Trader Joe's, by the way. It's a bargain. One of the secrets, I'm gonna let you in on it, is that the chicken breast is brined in pickle juice. That's how it gets that flavor and that saltiness. It helps it to break down and tenderize a little bit. So first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna take these giant ass chicken breasts and I'm going to slice them in half. So one chicken breast will make 2 chicken patties. I'm gonna slice from the top and I'm gonna go down the middle like this with my hand on top so as not to get sliced by the big ass knife. But you can see I kind of cut it right down the center.
What type of knife is that?
The big one. So I'm gonna do it on this one as well. Okay, so I'll just put it there. And this is gonna marinate for about 30 minutes or so. So we're gonna take this pickle juice and I'm just going to pour it straight from the jar. I don't mind using the whole jar of juice here just so it covers everything. Right here I have 2 cracked eggs, and I'm just gonna be adding a ½ cup of whole milk. You can season the batter as well, but we're gonna be seasoning the flour. We'll be doing like about 2 cups, since we have 2 chicken breasts, I'm gonna be doing about 2 cups of flour. I'm going to flatten that out, okay. And so for the seasoning, I'm going to be doing a little bit of this Spanish sweet paprika. We'll be doing about like a tablespoon, I would say. Garlic powder. I'm gonna be doing about like another tablespoon of garlic powder. And then I'm gonna be using this spice, which is celery salt. And as the name would suggest, it's both celery and salt. So I'll be doing maybe like ½ a tablespoon of that. So we're just gonna incorporate all the seasonings into this flour. So over here, that didn't do anything. This is a Le Creuset, which is it is a heavy bottomed like soup pot, but it's ceramic. And this is really good for making soups and stews, but it's also really good for frying. So one of the other components of a Chick-fil-A sandwich is that you are frying it in peanut oil. So we have our peanut oil heating up in this Le Creuset right here. I've put about, you can see that this whole thing was pretty much filled to the top. This is a 1-gallon container of peanut oil. But it's going to be heating up in this Le Creuset. I have it heating like between high and medium, so a medium-high. We're going to let the peanut oil heat up to about 340 to 350 degrees. If we were cooking this in a cast iron skillet, we'd be doing it, a couple minutes per side, maybe about 2 minutes per side. But because it's going to be bathing the entirety of the chicken breast, we're going to leave it in here for about 4 minutes and it should be good to go. One of the issues is that people have when they're frying is they want to crank up the heat way too high on the oil, and that's a no-no because the oil will basically burn the outside batter of whatever it is that you're frying, but it won't cook the inside. So you want it to be hot enough to cook the inside and not burn the outside. So that's why temperature is very important. And I have this, it's not ideal, but I have this meat thermometer, which you would use for, say, a steak or a pot roast or a chicken in the oven. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be dipping this into the center here to gauge how hot the oil is. And we're at, you can see it climbing slowly to 129, 130 degrees. So we have probably another, I'm going to say another about 10 minutes to get it to a full 340, 50 degrees before we put the chicken inside of it. So another thing that we want to talk about is the buns. We got some buttery buns. That's another key for the Chick-Fil-A sandwich, is that they have buttery buns. So we're going to be using this nice bag of brioche buns. I like them because they're, as the bag says, buttery, moist, and with perfectly French flavor.
So you're going to be taking your brioche bun, and what you're going to be doing is you're going to be buttering it and putting it into a hot oven for maybe about like 3 minutes or so. So the butter gets all nice and toasted on the inside, that the bun itself can be hot when you put the chicken breast inside of it. Yum.
Now we're going to be making our French fries, which are just big chips, basically. And we got this big knife, and I'm just going to be making about 1/2 inch thick cuts like this, okay? We'll be doing that, chopping them up, and then we're going to put them into a bowl full of cold water to let the starches get out of them, to let them kind of harden up a little bit, and then we'll throw them in the fryer after we fry our chicken. So we're going to be using the same oil for the chicken as we do for the fries. It's just going to be a different temperature. I don't know how to make this part interesting. It's just kind of I'm just cutting up a fucking potato. Maybe I'll just speed it up and it'll just look like this, and I'll just go like that. Okay. They're taking their bath now. Okay, so I'm sure that the oil is hot now, so we're gonna let these rest in the cold water while I batter up the chicken and we toss them in the fryer. Hiya! So we're gonna take these brined chicken breasts, and I'm gonna take them, I guess, 2 at a time here. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them to Pound Town with the mallet. So I'm gonna lay out some saran wrap. Taking the chicken to Pound Town, it's a twofold process. Okay, so you're pounding them. You're pounding them hard because you want the thickness to be even, and you're also further beating the meat so it can be nice and tender. We put the saran wrap on the top to prevent splatter. Okay. So now that we've successfully taken all of our breasts to Pound Town, we're going to bread them. We're going to take our batter here with our eggs, and we're going to mix in with our milk. Then I'm going to be taking 1 chicken breast at a time. I'm going to be dipping it in the egg batter. Drip off the excess, lay it down in the dry batter. Okay, we're going to be doing this for all 4 of them. I'm going to be sticking it in this pan here. Don't do this to me. Give them a nice flowery blanket. Let's whisper when we do this. Shh, we're going to sleep. We're putting them to bed. A nice flowery bed. So we'll be putting our breasts in. Yeah, I'll do two at a time. I'm gonna set a timer for 4 minutes. Okay, so the chicken breasts have been in there for about 4 minutes. And so they need to reach an internal temperature of about 165. Okay, put those in there for another 4 minutes. What the? So while that's going on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to butter our brioche buns. We're going to stick these in the oven, which I have heated to 350 degrees. And we're just going to pop them in there for like 2-3 minutes. We're going to butter both sides. I'm going to butter these each side with a normal knife. Pop them into the oven. Take the breasts out. Here I'm going to drain the potatoes. The cold water helps to get all the extra dirt off if there's any dirt on the skins, because we're doing the skins on, and also helps to remove some of the starch and also just kind of firm up the potato itself. So these need to be at 320 degrees, the oil, for the first round, because we're going to double fry them. Put the buns out. Welcome back. So this is our second batch of fries, our first batch. I took them out after about 3 minutes. We're doing a double fry to get them nice and crispy. So these are going to be our second batch that we're going to take out and stick them on this tray with these. So I'm going to take my little net here, a strainer. I'm going to take these out. These have been in here, like I said, for about 3 minutes. And then once these are out on the tray, I'm going to crank up the heat on this oil to about 375. And then we're going to fry those until they're golden brown and crispy. The Chick-Fil-A sauce, basically everything amounts to this. It amounts to barbecue sauce, honey mustard, and mayonnaise. For barbecue sauce, I went with the Sweet Baby Ray's as well as the honey mustard. So I'm going to start the sauce with the mayonnaise. I'll go with maybe like half a cup of that. And then I'm going to go with the Sweet Baby Ray's. I'm going to say a third of a cup of Sweet Baby Ray's to start out with. And I'm going to put in about the same amount of the honey mustard. Wow. A little bit more honey mustard. Yep. I think that'll do it. Okay. So I'm gonna add them back in. And again, you're doing a double fry because the first time you're frying them, you're really just kind of cooking them through. That's why you're doing it at a lower temperature. And then the second time you're doing it to crisp them up. And again, we're going to go in batches for these again. So we have finished our fries. I took them out. We double fried them, put them on this bacon sheet with some paper towels. So now we're going to assemble them. I sliced up a pickle. I am the only one that likes pickles in this house, so as per tradition, you put pickles on the Chick-fil-A sandwich, but if that's not how y'all want to do it, that's fine. But I'm gonna make mine right now, so I'm gonna take my brioche bun. I'm going to do a nice slathering of the Chick-fil-A sauce, and I'm going to take my chicken breast, look at that, stick it right there. And on this side, I'll put a little bit more on this side just for the pleasure of it. I'm gonna stick a couple pickles there. Flip it over, I've got my fries here. I'm just gonna take some of this sea salt and do a generous sprinkling. Take my fries. There we have our makeshift Chick-fil-A sandwich. I'm just gonna do this, just to be nice. Let's see. Did I knock him off? Wow, Chick-fil-A! Wow, Chick-fil-A! We're doing it! We did it! We made it! We made it! It's a sandwich. So we made our Chick-fil-A sandwich. We made our fries that are not waffles, but they're fries. We made our Chick-fil-A sauce. Go home, make this shit yourself. You know, give a little less money to a major corporation. Give a little bit more money to your local chicken farmer. It's been real. See you next time on Quest the Best.